If you were like me when you first started, you may have thought that you were spending too much time analyzing your price charts. You have your price chart in front of you, but maybe you feel like you were going from time frame to time frame to time frame, and it's slowing you down and you're spending too much time on your charts. Well, I have a hack that can probably help you, and it's going to be through TradingView. So in today's video, I am going to be teaching you how to analyze a lot quicker without you going from time frame to time frame to time frame. Hey you guys, what is going on? My name is Shaquan and I am your trading friend here at SLFX Trading. And what I love doing is helping busy men and busy women make money on higher time frames through swing trading. So in today's video, I am going to be breaking down two currency pairs that are moving really nicely, that have really great trends, and let's see if we can get a potential move out of them this week. So if you are an avid TradingView user like I am, then you know that TradingView is filled with a lot of great tools and resources and objects that you can use to help make your trading a lot easier, smoother, and faster. And one of those things that I love using is the charts layout feature. Now, not a lot of traders know about this feature. As a matter of fact, I've seen where a lot of times some traders will actually have many tabs up of different currency pairs that they're looking at. And what that does is it slows down your computer, and so your computer maybe overloads or it may even slow down. And so in order to stop that from happening, you can create a watch list. Then what you can do with that watch list is you can watch multiple pairs on one screen, or you can have two different currency pairs or even the same currency pairs and look at different time frames on the same screen without having so many tabs up. So I am going to show you guys how to do that on the two currency pairs that we are going to be talking about today. So let's go ahead and let's go to my chart. So starting here on New Zealand dollar Swiss, as you guys can see, my chart is on the weekly time frame. So I'm just looking at one currency pair, one time frame. But instead of me analyzing this time frame and then dropping down or scaling up, whichever one I decide to do, what I want to do is look at this currency pair on two different time frames so that I can view more data without dropping down and maybe I forget what's on that time frame, then I got to go back up. It's just going to make it more complicated and I'm going to get frustrated. So what I am going to do is I am going to go up to where this square is next to that cloud icon where you can save your chart layouts or you can save what you're looking at from here. So I'm going to click on the chart layout. And as you guys see, it's giving me many different views. It's giving me many different ways that I can view my chart. Now, I want to let you guys know that if you have the free version of TradingView, you can only look at one currency pair at a time. If you have the Pro version of TradingView, you can look at two different charts at the same time. If you have the Pro Plus version of TradingView, I believe you can look up to 3 charts at a time. And if you have the Premium, I believe you can look all the way up to 8 chart layouts at a time. Now, what makes this so cool is that you can sync different features. So for example, if we come here where it says sync on all charts, if I wanted the same symbol to show on one side of the chart and another side of the chart layout, I can do that. Now, if I didn't want it to be the same symbol, let's say I wanted to look at New Zealand dollar Swiss and New Zealand dollar JPY, I could look at two different charts at the same time, but I like to keep mine on the same symbol. Now, let's just say that I wanted my crosshair to track where I am on one time frame of a currency pair to another, and you guys are going to see me do that in the video. Well, it'll sync in the same time or in the same period at which I'm on. Let's say I go a year back on one side, then I want the other side to go a year back on a different time frame. I'm able to do that. Let's say that I want whatever shows on one chart to be the same on another chart, meaning that all of my tools and objects are going to be the same drawings. So that way everything syncs and I don't have to keep replicating it on each side. Then I am going to click on this to make it blue in order so that everything is going to be the same. But let's just say I wanted to have two different layouts, or one object or tool be used on one time frame of the same currency pair, but not on another. Then if I uncheck it and it's grayed out, it means that whatever I draw on one side and one time frame of the chart is not going to be on another. And let's just say that I wanted to keep everything within the same time, then I can just say, hey, let me see everything in the same time period. Don't change anything. I want everything to be I want everything to be simultaneous. Then it's going to allow me to do that. And if I wanted everything to stay on the same interval, let's just say that I'm on New Zealand dollar Swiss, New Zealand dollar yen, New Zealand dollar CAD. If I wanted all of them to show the same time frame, daily, 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 then whenever I change a currency pair, it's going to stay on that same time frame. So you can sync all this data to the same charts, different charts, or you can have everything different. It's totally up to you. So I have the premium version of TradingView, so I can look up to 8. To be honest with you guys, I rarely look at more than 2 or 3 charts at the same time, just so that I don't overwhelm myself. But let me show you guys an example of how this works while doing analysis at the same time. So I am going to click on 2. I want to see my chart side by side. Now, if you're a person who likes it stacked on top of each other, then you can click the other chart layout so your charts are stacked. I like to do that when I'm doing currency pair correlations. So what I'm going to do is click on the ones where they are side by side. As you guys can see, because I have it to where they're side by side, I also have 2 different time periods. So on my left hand side, I'm on the weekly time frame of New Zealand dollar Swiss, and then on the right hand side, I am on New Zealand dollar Swiss on a daily time frame. So I have naked charts, so there's nothing on there. But what I want you guys to know as I'm analyzing is whatever happens on one time frame, and as you guys can see on my right hand side, the time frame switch back and forth. That's because what I did was, if I click up here to the top wick, it is going to bring me to that exact spot in which I clicked on. And as you guys just saw, I just drew a price note tool going across. And so that same price note tool is now on my daily time frame. This will allow me to not overanalyze and not do too many things on 2 different chart layouts, but I can do the same thing on different time frames, and now it's easier for me to go along. Now I also do have templates saved, which means that I have certain templates for certain time frames. So for example, my weekly time frame price note tool will show on my daily. But let me show you guys something. I don't want to put a price note tool on every high and low that I see here, because it's just going to be too much information on my weekly. I love keeping a clean chart. So what I'm going to do is start from where price is right now. So I clicked on the weekly rejection candle, and as you guys can see, it's bringing me to that specific exact time period here. So what I am going to do is, while I'm analyzing this with you, I just want to find my highs and my lows to see what trend is doing, so that I can analyze to see if I want to place a trade this week on New Zealand dollar Swiss. So I see that this area here, this is the last lower low. Now, as you guys can see, whatever happens on my daily is happening on my weekly time frame. But I don't like when my daily time frame objects and tools show on my weekly, because it's going to clutter it, because the daily time frame is more so of a fraction or a fractal of the weekly. So I don't want to clutter my weekly with what's going on the daily. So I'm going to come up here and click on my templates, and as you guys can see, I have daily, monthly, weekly, which means these are the templates I have saved for this specific time frame using this specific tool. So I'm going to click on on daily, and as you guys can see, it appears red. It's no longer showing on my weekly time frame. That is because I have it set up that way. And if you guys would like me to do a templates video, then please be sure to like this video, and also make sure y'all comment below to let me know that yes, Shaquan, we want a templates video, and I will make that for you guys. Okay, now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to say, okay, well, I see this is my lower low, and then this is my last lower high, and price made a lower low last week. This lets me know that we are in a downtrend. And so now if I wanted to take a trade now, which I probably am this week on this pair, now what I want to see is price stay below 0.64623. This is where I'm going to go in and do my analysis and say, okay, yeah, if it stays below, then I am going to want to take a trade. And it is at my estimation zone, and depending on today's candle closure, I may just be in the sell today, going back down to the previous low at 0.63299. I'm done. Do you guys see how easy that was? I'm not trying to clutter my charts with information. I'm using the same tools that I use every single week. I have templates saved, and because I'm on two different time frames, but on the same currency pair, it makes it easier than me switching from one time frame to another, and I can see the exact information that's going on. Price is going down on New Zealand dollar Swiss, which means it should be going down on the daily time frame as well as the weekly, because these time frames are going to show the same piece of information. It's just that the daily shows a little bit more because it's broken down per the weekly. So let's go to another currency pair. Watch what happens. I'm going to switch over to USD JPY. As you guys can see, I'm on USD JPY, weekly time frame, daily time frame, and I still have 2 charts up. And that is the beauty about this. So even if you switch currency pairs, it's going to show the same time frames for you as well. So you don't have to go clicking through everything to get everything settled. All of my tools are on there. As you guys can see, anything blue on my weekly time frame, that's how I have it set up. It's going to transfer over to my daily. Anything red is for my daily and below time frames, but it's not going to show my weekly time frames. Once again, it's because I have saved templates. So if I needed to analyze this quicker, instead of switching from time frame to time frame, from chart to chart, this is going to show up for me easier. I don't have to go back and reanalyze and re-put anything. It's already going to be saved for me from when I last used this chart. Now, this is where I love teaching when it comes to my clients and my students in the Swing Trading Society, for anyone who learns from me one-on-one. What we do is we analyze our charts, and instead of keeping everything from previous trades, we learn to erase as price moves to the right. But what we keep is the very vital piece of information that helps us get into the next trade, maybe because of the trade we took last, or because if this is a new pair that we're coming to, or now we see an opportunity, it's easier to gauge the opportunity. And as you guys can see, this is still a very clean chart. So what I'm looking at is, I see that price has made a new lower low last week at 109.064. But what I'm going to do is look on my left-hand side on the weekly, which the information should still be the same. But what I want to do is see, okay, well, let me see if what I'm looking at on the daily may transfer to the weekly. Let me show you guys how I do this. So if I look to see what is the trend on the weekly, I can say that price is in an uptrend, which it is. The reason why price is in an uptrend on the weekly time frame is because price made a higher high back in June, and now price is retracing, which means price is going against the trend at the current moment. So as I see price pull back to the downside, I should see the same evidence of that on the daily time frame, and we do. We have a lower low at 109.525. Price pushed up to 110, but then it dropped last week to 109.064, which means at the moment the sellers have the control. It doesn't mean we're in a downtrend. It just means we're in retracement or a pullback stage on the weekly time frame, and the daily time frame is confirming that for us. So now if price stays below 110.703, I could potentially take a trade back down to 109.064. if I get some bearish momentum. Now we still have 4 hours and 25 minutes left on this particular time frame, the daily. So I'm going to wait to see how the daily time frame closes, see if I could take a sell, and then I'm going to be in the trade. The only time I do not get in the trade today is if price closes very, very bullish, or if it closes above 110.703, then I remain sitting on my hands. But you guys, all in all, this is how I'm able to analyze my price charts very quickly. I'm not trying to analyze the whole entire price chart on either time frame. I'm just trying to look at the recent time frame and to be sure that they are coming together and that I can potentially take a trade on either one. If I can't and I get confusing information, then I just go on to the next currency pair. It's not worth it to sit and yield good energy on a pair that may not be giving me something that I need, and I definitely don't want to force it, and I don't want you to force it. So doing this has helped me save time on my price charts. It used to take me an extra 5 to 10 minutes analyzing certain currency pairs before I used my chart layouts, going from time frame to time frame. Sometimes I would forget what was on that particular time frame, then I would have to go back and then write it down. But if I can see it on multiple time frames at the same time, it even helps me confirm and be even more confident in the next trade that I want to take. Okay, so I pray that this helped you guys, and if it did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up to this video. Also remember, if you want me to make a templates video, then be sure to let me know that as well by liking the video and even commenting down below. So I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a safe trading week.